7 criminals who could still be out there today. Between 1971 and 1972, 6 black girls were murdered in D.C. by a man who dubbed himself the Freeway Phantom. He was never found. This video is going to take a look at 7 criminals who could still be out there today and could be your next-door neighbor. 1. The Doodler. In San Francisco, between January 1974 and June 1975, 5 gay men were killed in a series of matching murders by a killer known as the Doodler. All 5 of the men had similar stab wounds on them, and all 5 were found around the Ocean Beach area. He gained the nickname the Doodler, as he would apparently sketch his victims before sleeping with them and then murdering them. Despite police matching 2 separate assaults on young gay men to the Doodler case, the killings eventually stopped and the trail went cold. However, public interest was renewed in 2019 after the Golden State Killer was caught in 2018 using new DNA methodologies. The police released a digitally aged composite sketch and audio of an anonymous phone call reporting the first body they suspected to be the Doodler to the public, along with a $100,000 award for news leading to his arrest or capture. However, he still remains at large. 2. Akhmez Gokiev. Akhmez Gokiev was accused of organizing the Russian apartment bombings in 1999 between September 4th and September 16th, being responsible for 293 deaths in Moscow and Volgodonsk. Moreover, these bombings acted as one of the major catalysts for leading Russia into the Second Chechen War. Gokiev claims he was framed by a former friend who was an FSB officer, although the FSB claimed Saudi-born Chechen terrorist Ibn al-Khattab paid him $500,000 to organize the attacks. Whilst Ibn al-Khattab was killed by the FSB in 2002, Gokiev managed to slip away, apparently crossing the border to Georgia before possibly fleeing onwards to Turkey. 3. The Babysitter. Also known as the Oakland County Child Killer, this serial killer is attributed to the deaths of at least 4 children in Oakland County, Michigan, between February 1976 and March 1977. Out of the babysitter's 4 confirmed victims, 2 were boys and 2 were girls, all aged between 10 and 13, and all went missing outside of their homes. Although the police were later able to create a DNA profile of their main perpetrator with samples taken from some of the victims' bodies, they could never match this to anyone connected to the case as a suspect. 4. The Canal Pusher. Within Manchester, England, some suspect that the city has been under the specter of a serial killer for some time, the Canal Pusher. The Greater Manchester Police told the Daily Star Sunday newspaper that